Hey guys, today we are going to be doing the spooky book tag. It's a Halloween book tag and it is probably the hardest one I've ever done. These questions were pretty difficult to come up with answers for. Two of them I still don't have answers for, so we're just gonna wing it and see what we get. Question number 1. You hear a strange noise in the night. The monsters got inside. Which book character would you choose to protect you from harm? I'm going with Jon Snow because have y'all seen him? Have you seen his sword battling skills? One of his major plot points of something that happened to him, and he's fought monsters before and survived to tell the tale. So I think he's a pretty good choice for that. 2. You go on vacation and your hotel is located right next to a cemetery. Which book character do you really hope is not hiding in the shadows? This one was really hard for me because I had another a Song of Ice and Fire answer, but I didn't want to do two A Song of Ice and Fire answers for the first two questions. So we're going with, in the book The Wanderers by Chuck Wendig, there's those really far right extreme people who are kind of like a cult, like they are on a commune kind of thing, and just these men are so scary. And there's a lot of other scary people I could think of, but they're all real humans rather than monsters, because in my head I'm like, okay, the monsters are fake, I'm not really scared of that. But when it's real humans where it could be like, oh, this could really happen. But I forget the main guy's name who was in this group in that book, but he's scary. Number 3, it's a particularly cold night and you decide to stay inside. Which 3 book characters would you like to spend a trivia quiz and board game night with? That was another one that was really hard for me. All these things with characters are pretty hard. I do love character-driven stories, but I like the normal people. So this one, I'm going with the cast of Babel. That's more than 3 people, and I'm not saying names, but I feel like they're all very intelligent and there's a lot of tension between them, so it'd be really entertaining to watch that. 4, time for a big adventure. The scary book you pick transports you into its world. Where do you end up? It can be kind of scary, but the ending is better than what happened in real life, and that is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino. If you're like, that's not a book. Yes, it is. There is a book for it that came out after the movie, and it's different from the movie, so it's not a novelization of the movie. It's Quentin Tarantino's first novel, and that's my all-time favorite movie, and if I could be dropped into the book, yes, I would love that. Question number 5. No Halloween without trick-or-treating. Which book character do you think has the sweetest tooth? And this is the one that was really hard for me because we're assuming it means sweet tooth, like eating sweets, and I don't know what characters are eating. I don't know, so I don't have an answer for that. Question 6. The fairies are angry and want a sacrifice from your bookshelf. Which scary book has to go and why? This is another hard one. I have a whole stack of books I want to unhaul, so if you are curious which books make the cut for this, check out my unhaul videos because they all got cut and they're being sent to little free libraries, so hopefully that means I'm finding something that's good and not so scary. Number 7, you decide you feel more autonomous rather than Halloweeny today. Which book setting would you choose for a more cozy and less scary vibe? Now this one can be seen as scary. Is this my most recent read? No, it's my second to last most recent read, and that is Hocus Pocus. Again, the novelization of the movie, the first book, not the sequel, the first one. Yes, they're running from witches who are trying to eat children, but it's very cozy and has this nostalgic Halloween vibes. Number 8. The witch is cooking up a spell in her cauldron, and you have to add one magic ingredient. Which item from a book are you adding to the mixture? So not exactly an item, but the prose of the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois by Honor Fannin Jeffers, which is my all-time favorite book. The writing style is so amazing, so to me that is magical, and we're gonna throw it into that spell. Number 9. You get to decide which bookish place to visit for Halloween. Which book setting is the scariest? And this is the Book of the Unnamed Midwife. that whole series by Meg Ellison, it gave me nightmares. I had nightmares for weeks, and it was so scary. And it's not a horror book, it is a science fiction book, but post-apocalyptic dystopian. I get this confused, but I think it would be more post-apocalyptic from what I'm learning, what I've learned the past few months of doing a difference between those two subgenres. It basically, there was a virus that killed, or at least they thought killed, the majority of women. So there's not that many women left, so therefore guys, men are going insane. Not like they're going insane. They want all the women to themselves, and they're just trying to track down the women and do terrible things, and that's my worst nightmare. Question number 10, our final question. The big day is finally here. It's Halloween. Which book character do you dress up as, and what would be part of your outfit? So Alicent Hightower from Fire and Blood by George R. R. Martin. When I do Comic-Con again, if I ever do Comic-Con again, I want to go as Alicent Hightower. So what it would include: the green dress. You have to have the green dress, team green. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way through, leave a Halloween emoji in the comments below. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye! If you are familiar with my videos, you're used to seeing Sherman at the end of them. Sadly, Sherman has since passed away, but I would still like to encourage you guys to help your local shelters. Sherman was at the Darlington County Humane Society in rural South Carolina. I always have their link down below in the description if you guys would like to help them, but also help your local shelters as well. You can do that by donating, sharing posts like this one, volunteering, fostering, and adopting, which it's great to do all of those things. Great to help your community, great to help the animals in your community, and I cannot recommend it enough. All of my pets were rescues, they were strays or from animal shelters, and I love them so much, and I know how much love they can give, so knowing these pets at the shelter can equally give that much love, it's amazing. And y'all should totally take part and help out those local animal shelter pets, and please help them.